There is no way to increase your payload on the truck unless you have the factory recertify the truck. Okay. But I will tell every truck camper person that wants to buy a even a Palomino 750, a Scout Olympic, a off-road camper, Alaskan camper, Adventure, any of the brands, minimum, unless you're going to buy something without a bathroom, you are minimum going to have to put about $6,000 to $7,000 into your truck in support equipment, including tie downs, airbags, sway bar, etc. You can't just pull up with a stock F350 single rear wheel and expect to go out here with a 5,000-pound camper without anything done to the truck. Just because a manufacturer like Northwood Manufacturing says that this camper was built for this truck, there's disclaimers everywhere. Yes, it's built for that truck with the right tires, the right airbags, the right tie-down system, the right anti-sway, the right front suspension. Perfect example of this, and I know I'm picking on Arctic Fox, and I know they're going to kill me for picking on them because I sell them, but the 865 is the most pathetic, sucky camper on God's green earth. Why? Because you need a 1-ton short bed dually. You cannot do that truck camper with a 1-ton truck, single wheel. We've sold it because legally we can sell it, and we've done it twice. And both times the people hated it and upgrade to a short bed dually, which is almost impossible to find. But I can sell the people an 811 to have that 1-ton single, and it drives fine. Why? Because of the way the center of gravity is. That mid-bathroom and the way it's set up with its high profile creates a lot of sway and a lot of bounciness. You need so much stability in the back to help support the front. But the one with the slide out that's 347 pounds more rides like a dream. And some guys with the right 3/4-ton truck with the right support equipment are like, holy crap, this is amazing. But I put an 865 in that same truck and they're like, oh my God. The truck is everything when it comes to a camper. When guys come in here with a Ram 2500, I'm like, one option, Palomino 750. But Northwood Manufacturing says that the Wolf Creek goes on a 3/4-ton truck. Yeah, but Ram sucks when it comes to payload. Great for towing. Excellent for towing. Horrible for payload. Terrible. Scary how bad they are. The last Ram 2500, the people end up buying a travel trailer because it was between a Palomino 750, a Palomino 1251, or a 20-foot travel trailer. And they took the 20-foot travel trailer because they're like, there's no way. We're not going to fit in this little camper. Because their payload was like 1,900 pounds. Brand new Ram 2500 is less than 8 months old. Brand new. Bought it new at the dealer. 1,900 pounds. Payload. Guy comes in with a F350, almost identical looking truck as far as 4 doors, all the bells and whistles. And his payload's 3,340 pounds. I'm like, sir, let me show you this Wolf Creek over here. It's just the way it is. Chevy, GMC, and Ford are the best trucks for truck campers, unless you want to absolutely redo the entire suspension on the Ram. It's the same thing with Toyota as a half-ton truck. When I get folks that come in with a Toyota and they want to buy a 2,000-pound camper, I'm like, dude, you got 1,300-pound payload. You can't do that. Most of your Tundras are great for towing, horrible for payload. I've seen some Tundras that have come into this shop that have a 900-pound payload. I'm like, let me show you Scout campers. So the truck is everything. Do not believe what the, excuse my language, I know you guys hate when I cuss, but do not fucking believe a damn word the websites say on any of these truck camper companies. The truck is everything. Don't let some schmuck on a car lot or some idiot on Facebook Marketplace that's selling his truck private party convince you that a truck can do a certain amount when you can simply open the door and look at the payload sticker. Period. I was telling a guy that today. We were having this discussion about trucks. And I go, look, the best way to buy a truck if you want a dry bath, big truck camper is go open the door of every truck, whether you go to a private party person or whether you buy from a dealer. Open the door, look at the actual payload. Don't believe the internet. The internet's full of crap. Reddit, truck guys on Reddit and Quora are full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about. Most guys on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram suck and have no idea what they're talking about. No clue. You can be more educated just by opening the door and reading the stickers. If you've got a Chevy 2500 that has an 1,800-pound payload, that's not the right truck for a truck camper. If you found a Ford F-250 with a 3,800-pound payload capacity, that's the right truck for a truck camper. All you got to do is open up, look at the stickers, says it right there. The factory stamps it right there. Now, the difference is the payload capacity on trucks is underrated by between 500 and 1,000 pounds, depending on the hitch weight. So, people are full of crap on the internet. AI is wrong. Hitch weight has nothing to do with payload. Your payload is separate from hitch weight. Why? Because hitch weight is already factored in and subtracted off that sticker. So for example, if you go to your truck, you open it up, and you add the two axle ratios together, and you subtract it from the GVWR, the gross vehicle weight rating, you will notice it's between 500 and 1,000 pounds heavier than your GVWR. You have 500 to 1,000 pounds more of payload than what the sticker says because they're figuring you're towing. You'll notice this with Honda CRVs. You'll notice this with Mercedes vans that have a hitch and a towing setup. It's the strangest thing.